What is the great fear that you had to overcome to finally be able to put your fingers on that typewriter or on that computer board, on that computer, to actually start writing and put yourself out there as a writer? Because I know a lot of people listening are either just starting out and they just have these. I'm a very big mindset guy, so it's all about your mindset and what beliefs you have about yourself and the confidence which you spoke about. What was that thing that you finally? What was the dragon that you slayed to get to where you were?
I don't know if I can quite put my finger on the fear, although, like I said, just sort of the general umbrella of lack of confidence, which I think stays with you. I just think stays with writers, period, and probably most creative people, period.
Of course.
I do remember telling myself that I needed to accept the fact that I was not going to probably be able to write to a level that I would really respect, right?
Wow.
Because even though my critical faculties have been pretty well honed, I was just beginning as a writer. So, cut yourself a little bit of slack there, right? You haven't been doing this as long as you've been watching movies. Even people who don't do development for a living, don't analyze material for a living, you still do it, right? Mm-hmm. As a viewer, an audience member, whatever. So you've consumed a lot, but you haven't produced much, chances are, depending on where you are in your life and what else you've done in terms of creative writing. So there was that. And then there was also, and again, this is a little bit more of a function of the fact that it was such a great time to sell originals, but, and what I was saying earlier about, looking around and seeing people selling stuff and thinking, well, I know as much as they do, or, mm-hmm. So I really did kind of start thinking, well, why not me? Why not? I've been at this, So I think it's a combination of, again, allowing yourself to be a beginner in a way, and at the same time doing your homework so that you have something to back it up, right? Mm-hmm. That you have educated yourself about the craft. And that's one of my pet peeves, I have to say, is that I think a lot of people, by virtue of the fact that they've seen a lot of movies, think it probably is not that hard to write one, right? But
right.
The analogy I always use is like, well, I've driven a lot of cars, but I wouldn't attempt to build one without investigating how an engine works and aerodynamics and those things, right? Mm-hmm. And it's also the function of the fact that, like, not everybody thinks they can play a musical instrument, but everybody can type. Everybody can, they know the alphabet, they got a computer, so, But there's a little more to it than that. So, yeah, you have to do your homework, too.